Hey there, fellow adventurers! I'm Michael, the graph paper architect, and I was asked a fantastic question, turned out to be really huge. What makes Dungeons & Dragons Dungeons & Dragons? What's the magic? Why is it the biggest, most awesome tabletop RPG that's ever existed, and how did it become that from a war game? Well, I've got an answer for you, but before we get to that, if you find some value in my videos, please hit like, subscribe, notification bell, and share it with someone important to you. And stick around for bloopers after the show. As many of you know, Dungeons & Dragons has its roots in wargaming. And how did it go from wargaming to a role-playing game? When did it switch? Where did the magic come from? And I'm going to tell you right now what it is and how you can implement it, plus what to do when it goes horribly, terribly wrong and everyone is ready to TPK each other and the game will be over. What is this magical bridge that takes us from board gaming, wargaming, simulations over to role-playing? It is the alignment system. What? What are you talking about? No, it can't be that. Oh, no, it's got to be the D20. It's got to be the rolls. No, it's the artwork. It's the... No, what? Alignment? Alignment? Everybody's favorite topic of horrible debates and discussions and arguments that last all the way into the night. Yep, that's right. It's alignment. The alignment system is the first step toward roleplay. And why is that? Because it's the first time that you start to ask yourself, what is it that my character wants? What is it that my character desires? What's my character's hopes, dreams, likes, dislikes, hates, loves, any of that kind of stuff? That all comes from alignment. Whether or not they're going to follow the law, whether they thumb their nose at it. Yeah, copper, you'll never catch me, ha ha ha. Are they good? Are they evil? Or do they try to stay in the middle and say, well, I'm not going to, they can do what they want and I'll do what I want and teach their own and that sort of thing. It's also part of what makes Dungeons & Dragons or any kind of tabletop roleplay a fantastic tool for theater. Oh my gosh, we play it all the time. It's fantastic because you go ahead and start diving into characters and what it is that they want and why do they feel the way they feel. It really, really helps with performance. And really, what is D&D? Micro performances. That's really all it is. You set the stage, you decide where it is that you're going, what you're doing, and that sort of thing, and everybody gets to play a role. Now, we're going to go ahead and flip this coin and look at the dark side. While you're creating your character, you're actually investing your own emotions and your own wants, needs, desires, fears, all of that kind of stuff into the character subconsciously. It happens automatically because what you've got is yourself, your own personality. Then you are creating a whole nother personality, a whole other person. You're deciding what they're going to do and how they're going to do and what all these kind of things. This is when alignment and parties can start to unravel, especially if you have a mixed alignment party. Mixed alignment parties can be bad news. That's why back in the day they didn't allow it. It was everybody was a hero and that's what we're doing. It's also how we end up with things like, that's what my character would do, which I'm sure that many of you experienced players are now going, oh boy, yeah, that didn't go over too well. If you have characters that are evil, you have characters that are good, understanding that those are the basic psychologies of those characters and how they're going to behave. Next thing you know, the evil character, because you don't know they're evil, the characters have no clue. You put them on watch, you wake up the next day, half the people are, have things missing at the best and at the worst, well, TPK. We've gone over 2 of the 3 topics that we had for this video. What was the magic? What is it that makes D&D and all these great games what they are? Role-playing. There you go, the magic bridge of alignment and figuring out what your character's going to do and doing it. And we've also talked about how we can avoid when things can go bad and why things might go bad and some of those other kind of things. Now we're going to go ahead and do the 3rd one, implementation. How do you implement these sort of things into your game? And there's a little bit to this. First of all, when you are implementing these things, have discussions with your players, have discussions with your DM, and get that kind of thing out in the table and talk about it. Talk about the fact that we're here to have fun. We're here to do some micro theater. We're going to go ahead and we're going to explore these wonderful new things. Maybe your character's a different gender than yours, or a different want, or a different like, or a different dislike than what you may be in this realm. And you want to explore that. You want to be able to stretch out and do these things. Talk to the people. Hey, I'm going to be playing, something that I'm not, or I'm going to be playing something that I want to explore and try some things out, and realize that I may or may not be any of the elements of the things that I'm playing. I like to have that discussion with my players, because I tell them, yes, we play very realistic, lots of realistic elements, lots of dark things and lots of bright things, because I believe that, to get the brightest light and the most payoff is when you're dealing with the darkest, terrible stuff. And so if I have players that want to do that, yeah, we're going to go there, and they're going to be going up against some horrible, evil creatures and evil beings that are doing stuff, and we'll get some descriptions going on with that, and it can, it gets dark, but I'm not that. I'm no, I'm not going to do these kind of things, but if I'm playing as a pro DM and I'm being paid to do these things, I'd explain to them, this can happen. It's not me. And I don't harbor any of these horrible things that are going on in the world, or these horrible things that these characters are doing. It's about discussion. It really is about just being able to talk about things and understand that, we're going to try a mixed alignment. Here we're going to try mixed alignment. Nobody knows whose character is what aligned until you begin to see the character actions, but it's a mixed alignment party. Things can happen. And when you get to the part of, well, that's what my character would do, and it's not exactly a fun thing that has happened to other characters, you have to have what is also known as disassociation. This is an NLP term, and what it means is that you take yourself, realizing yourself, your feelings, and how and who you are. You completely disconnect that from the character, from whatever's happened, from the whole entire game, and realize, okay, this is a game, and it's just the same thing as, like, let's say you're playing chess. Your friend takes a piece. You're not going to be really like, you took my queen, and now my queen is in the dungeon, and I'm going to come after you, and I'm going to get you because you're trying to, it's chess. It's playing. You disassociate. You have to realize it's a game, and, yeah. And that's sort of the reason why I bring it up. The reason why I'm really nailing it home is because role-playing games are about emotional investment. There's no real point to it if you're just sitting there going, I roll my dice, and I rolled a 6, and the 6 means that I have now hit the goblin in the face with the turkey leg because they came in and attacked us while we were eating, and therefore now the turkey leg has splattered upon the goblin's face, causing 1d4 amounts of damage because it was a large turkey leg, and now that goblin has a turkey smash in his face with the bone maybe sticking him in the eye, who knows, blah blah blah. See what I mean? No emotional investment. And you're not going, oh, and it smashes him in the face. And turkey meat flies everywhere, and he falls over, and as a goblin party goes, ah! See? Difference. But you have to have that emotional disconnect. You have to be able to disassociate so that you can then play and explore wonderful new worlds and explore fantastic fun stuff with your friends, family, or with total strangers, whatever it is that you're doing. And at the end of the day, everybody's still friends. Everybody can go, yeah, that was awesome. Oh my gosh, man, you were the villain. Oh my gosh, you totally killed my dwarf. You stabbed him so many times and you took his money, and then, it was just awesome. It was awesome fun, and my character completely died, and it was all your fault. It was your fault, Dave. That's it. I got a buddy, known him forever. His name's Dave. Dave, your fault, Dave. Everything from now on and every video from now on gonna be Dave's fault. Is Dave, your fault. You came in there with Tank and you scooped up my little halfling thief. You said, Dave, find trap, and you chucked me down the hall. See, me, you chucked him down the hall. I bounced off the wall, dude, and I died. Well, guess what? Yeah, my thief found the trap. Thanks a lot, Dave. but I'm still best friends with Dave. You know what I mean? Disconnect. Disassociate. That is how you can implement alignment. That's how everybody can stay friends and everybody can have fun exploring and doing fun stuff. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today talking about our favorite hobby. I really appreciate it. And if you found any kind of value in my video, please hit like, subscribe, share it with someone who's important to you. And as always, until next time, friends, good journey. It's theater. Theater of the mind, theater on the paper. That's exactly what the game is all about. Moving ahead with... We've gone over 2 of the 3 things that I promised you. Once you started putting in an alignment system, alignment, yeah.